Keyshawn, for you, after you coming here because you want to get this team to the tournament, what did it feel like for you to see the Ohio State pop up and know that you made it?
It was a great feeling. That was the whole reason why I chose to be a Buckeye. The belief I had in the guys, CJ, and Coach Holtman and staff. So it was a great feeling, especially to see our name pop up there and when it did.
CJ, you've taken so much of the leadership on this team and in a lot of ways carried the team as far as you could carry it. How did it feel for you to know that you got this team in the NCAA tournament?
Kind of how Keyshawn said, we all season long we've been leaning on each other just throughout the struggles. Obviously this year had its ups and downs, and just to see our name pop up there was a bit of a sigh of relief, but we're excited for the new opportunity.
Did you guys have a viewing party for the Big Ten championship game, out of curiosity? Did you watch it together?
Nah.
The Michigan State, you didn't watch it together. Did you have a viewing party for the Selection Sunday show?
Yeah, we was just together, all together, coaches, families, the team. We was together.
What was the reaction like among that group?
We was just happy, We were just really, really happy that our name came across the screen, and we had a great moment as a family, as a Buckeye family.
And since you probably would have seen him, how's Justin doing since his brother was injured today?
His spirits are up. He not down. He feel like his brother's gonna be okay, and I'm pretty sure he's talking to his family now. Trying to figure everything out. But they said everything's okay with his brother. So.
CJ, this is another season now, 2 in a row, where not many people gave you guys a lot of chance of going to the NCAA tournament in the preseason. Did you guys feel, how confident were you all along that you guys could get there and accomplish what you did this year?
Yeah, we knew coming into this year that, a lot of people were just going to count us out, just for different reasons. And good thing that this team didn't really let that affect us. We did what we had to do throughout the season to put ourselves in position to, make the NCAA tournament. So at the end of the day, especially with a young team, that's all you can ask for.
What is, with that young team and what you guys accomplished, what does this say about, I don't know, Chris Holtman, Ohio State, whatever, the program that you guys have done this now 2 years in a row to get things back where you kind of expect it to be?
Yeah, just like you said, I think that just shows that Ohio State is back, and it doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. Just the fact of how Coach Holt runs things and how he's changed the culture so fast.
Guys, obviously this isn't the end. You've got Iowa State coming up, and hopefully want to make a, bigger run. But given everything you guys have been through this last 2-3 months, does this make it feel? Does this make this season feel like it has been a success, given everything that you guys have gone through? Even if you were to not win another game.
I don't think that's our goal, was just to make the tournament. We're not just here just to play one game in the tournament. We're here to actually win some games and make a run, like you said. So not winning any more games up to this point is not kind of our approach, and not what we're thinking. We're thinking at this point each team in the tournament is 0-0, and everyone has the same amount of chance to win, and we want to take full advantage of that.
Do you guys have any? I don't know how much you guys watched that 2013 tournament run for this team, but I don't know do you guys have any memories of that 2013 game between Ohio State and Iowa State? Aaron Kraft had that 3 at all. Do you guys remember that game at all?
No, not too much. I mean, I saw highlights of it, and obviously the shot that Kraft made, but not too much memories from that.
I'll ask you guys, they played Kansas last night. It was on ESPN, wasn't on one of the, you'd have to switch over to it while some of the other games are going on. Did either of you sit there and watch? I mean, you wouldn't have known you were going to play them, but have you seen Iowa State play? Did you watch that game in particular?
I'm going to be honest. After we lost, I ain't watch basketball. I took a little break. I've seen them play this year. Like, I know that they're a really good offensive team, but I didn't watch that game in particular.
Did you check it out at all?
No, with Keyshawn, I haven't seen too much basketball since the Michigan State game. So, I wasn't. I knew they won the game and they won their conference, but I didn't watch the game.
Well, when you look at their record and see that they beat 6 ranked teams this year and just beat Kansas on Saturday, I mean, beat them in the regular season, beat some other pretty good teams, Texas Tech. Just what's your overall first impression? What do you know you're playing a quality team, obviously.
Yeah, we know that they're a really good team. I mean, like you said, they beat Kansas last night, and they also done beat a lot of ranked teams. But at the end of the day, we still gonna bring our best effort, and we ready to compete against anybody in the country, and we're gonna bring that on Friday.
Keyshawn, why'd you take a little break from watching basketball?
I don't know. I just didn't want to think about if we were gonna get in, if we wasn't gonna be in. Like my approach was come here, find out if we in, and prepare from there. Like I didn't want to think about all the possibilities of this team winning, this team losing, this. I didn't want to do all those factors. We in now, and I'm happy, and I'm just ready to play.
For both you guys, how did you pass the last 2 days, and how tough was it to maybe not be dialed in with every single result and wondering how that was going to affect you?
Rest and recovery, to be honest. I watched the past 2 games that we played Indiana and Michigan State film-wise, but everything was about getting ready for this postseason play, so just taking care of my body and recovery.
Yeah, pretty much same. Just being able to recover. And playing back-to-back days is always tough, especially with the way the Big Ten is this year, just so physical and the long grind and the 20 games this year. So being able to just rest a couple of days was good.
Keyshawn, what was the mood of the room when you guys are all in there watching that show together and you see each region come by? Was there a nervous energy? Was there excitement? How would you describe that?
I was nervous. I'm pretty sure everybody else was nervous because, you seeing all these teams get selected and you hear the possibilities of where you're supposed to be placed, but then when, your name don't come across, then you get worried. Then you get down to, it's 2 more regions left, and you don't know, and then you come across, and we in the Midwest region, it just took a major shift in the room, and everybody just was cheering, happy, hugging each other. That's what it's about. You just want to see everybody happy, see everybody smiling. Hopefully our fans and Buckeye Nation is just excited as we are.
There were a couple moments earlier that in the show that you thought that you'd come up, and then it just didn't happen right away.
I mean, it was a few times I thought, okay, well, that's us right there, or anticipated, and then it just wasn't us.
And then for you, you said that you came to Ohio State, and this was your ultimate goal, and for a while it seemed like you guys were rolling, and then at the end of the year you guys struggled a little, and then you played such a big role in the Indiana game. For you to propel the team down the stretch, what was that like in the past week?
I mean, like CJ said earlier, this season has been a grind. It's been very up and down for all of us, and I feel like as a team we handled it the best we could with all the adversity that we hit. But this past week or so, just having the support of my teammates and them being on me all season about being aggressive or just be you. I mean, I think that just really showed in those past 2 games with Indiana and Michigan State, and I'm just excited. I get another opportunity to help lead this team to another win.
For either of you, have either of you ever been to Tulsa, Oklahoma?
Nope.
What do you guys know about Iowa State, if anything at all? And is it an interesting couple of days when you're waiting to see who you're going to play because you don't even necessarily have an idea, at least with the Big Ten tournament. It's between 2 teams now. You really don't know until you see that name pop up on the screen.
We just know they're a good offensive team. Like Keyshawn said, we were able to just watching basketball throughout the year, you see them play a couple times on TV, but, you don't really pay too much attention to it because, you don't really think that you'll come across them. Now we know they beat a couple good teams like Kansas. They had a really good run in the Big 12 tournament. So, but I mean, at this point, you get matched up with anybody. Everyone's good at this point. All 68 teams are good. So if you don't bring your A game, no matter who you are or who you play, you won't win.
CJ, how does this compare to what you felt last year when you guys got selected? Because obviously, both seasons, you guys weren't expected to do a whole lot. Last year you get a 5 seed, this year you get an 11 seed. But how did this season feel when you saw your name compared to how it felt last year?
This year was a little different because last year we pretty much knew we were in, and so just waiting for playing the waiting game. some people saying we're in, some people saying we're not. We just didn't know. And once we finally got selected, it was just, it's a little different too because it's my last year, it's his last year, so it means a little bit more to be selected in the tournament.
You guys both said you did a lot of rest and recovery and watching your own film, but otherwise, just emotionally, what were the last 2 days like of trying to, I'm sure, pass the time and not think about it too much? Did you pick up any new hobbies or do anything different to help you try to get through 2 days of not knowing?
No, same old. I mean, I went to see a movie, but other than that, it's same old. Just relaxing. Captain Marvel. I was good. It was good. Huh? Yeah.
Kind of on that note, rest and recovery for like us means a bowl of ice cream and not moving from the couch for a couple days. What does rest and recovery mean in a little more specific detail? I'm imagining foam rollers and cold tubs and what kind of stuff do you do when you have to turn things around and get ready?
Like you say, cold tub, you come in, do your, whatever deets have us doing for whatever body part is, is hurting or what you need to get ready, prepared for Friday. So, and I mean, that's what we would do for here on out to make sure our bodies are healthy for Friday. Like it's important. Our next game is Friday and everybody would be ready to go on Friday.
Yeah.
Your rest and recovery routine?
We did, I have the rehab and stuff, but my biggest thing is just laying down. I like to lay down, lay in the bed, just chill. That's my rest.
I know you said you haven't seen Iowa State yet, and you describe when you say Big Ten opponents are very, very physical. I'm just wondering, when you've casually watched the Big 12 in terms of their basketball, like, how would you describe their style of play? Is it different than the Big Ten, or how would you describe Big 12 basketball?
That's a good question.
I know a lot of their teams have good offenses and just a lot of good players. It's just different as far as just, I guess, like how the defense is played. And it feels like the Big Ten may be a little bit slower at times. Like the game speed's a little slower than the Big 12 might be. So that's probably how I would describe it.